Rolling. Hi, John here. Today is Saturday, 23rd of August 2014. I just want to talk to David Cameron, Prime Minister of Britain, UK. Today, I have a letter for you. Be emailing it tomorrow so that you'll get it on Monday, as well as our representative there for Moai Crown Federal State Admiralty Court Martial Jurisdiction, Matt Taylor. Okay, he's up and coming candidate for MP for Brighton, and so he's publishing all our information about Moai inside of Westminster. That's our intention, to go there to fill the space of Queen Elizabeth, now Elizabeth Windsor, as an international private contract business operator. So she has compromised our position here as the beneficiaries of Queen Victoria Trust. That is put together in Westminster Parliament, and with King William, her uncle, King William IV, Admiralty Court Martial Jurisdiction. The seal that we have, you see, the letter I give you is his seal that authenticates all our documents that Matt Taylor is holding on to now with our authority from the King's Bench. So now that the Queen is gone, I'm standing in there to speak for King William IV as his spokesman, business partner, as if I'm the King, speaking, because he's been silent King by the Queen's Bench courts. So now, David Cameron, since you're the Prime Minister, you have not disclosed to the public of Britain what's been going on in the Lords, and you are the Lord High of Queen Elizabeth's Trust and H M Treasury. So we have questions for you. I have a question for you that Matt's going to put to you. Where is the money gone out of the Treasury? Where's it gone to? Has it gone with the Queen to the New World Order from Westminster? That's the property of the British people with this contract that we have with King William and Queen Victoria. She's only a head trustee. She is not an owner. We are. The beneficiaries are. Part of that contract is the British immigrants here, that King William and Queen Victoria put that trust together for all those who came here from Britain and settled here. They're not saying anything. No one's saying anything, David Cameron. No one is opening their mouth. So this letter I'm giving you is a 3-day notice. 72 hours by Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday. You would have got an answer for Matt and myself in my email, Moai Energy@gmail.com. You'll see it there in the letter. You must respond and refute what I'm saying in the allegations against you as being part of the conspiracy to defraud the British people, citizens, and our people here in the Pacific and New Zealand. So, I'm saying that you are considered to be a threat inside Westminster with the rest of the Lords who are assisting the Queen to steal money and our trust and the gold and all the wealth out of the Commonwealth countries. We are going to seize everything off her in the Commonwealth countries. And the gold, 750,000 metric tons of gold, we're going to print the pound note against it, David Cameron. And if you do not answer, you will get billed yourself on top of it. Your name, surname, and your corporate companies. And everything linked to the Queen as a private person, Elizabeth Windsor. And her private companies will be bill-levied as promissory notes, pound notes, against you as collateral, as IOU to us in all your crime and corruption, fraud. Treason, you're in treason now, against us and our partners, the British government. And you are genocide, we accuse you of genocide, murder, pedophilia, child kidnap, and extortion of money and land, and theft of land, resources from our countries, and also rituals on children that the Queen has been convicted as a default convicted criminal fellow. You're linked to. Okay? All the lords in there, so over 600 of you, have been caught. You're one of them. Okay? You're one of them. I want to tell you that we are going to use our sealed flag, that this one, that Matt Taylor's got, okay, that one, King William, to seize everything. And the jurisdiction of this flag, the mortgages, the lien mortgages that you've been using, fractional banking, will be stripped of all the admiralty from all the Commonwealth countries, 16 of them, by us, by me, for the King William, and our partner, Matt Taylor, and whatever's left of the Lords in your country, Westminster, House of Commons, House of Lords. Okay? At the same time, we're going to boot you out, right, of Westminster because of the threat you pose against our financial interests inside Westminster. We have a financial interest in there as security of King William seal and flag, and this flag, over you. You have no jurisdiction over this, David Cameron, and the leftover fraud lords. Out of there. I'm going inside Westminster with Alex Salmond and the Scottish, the Welsh and the English, to take back control of the royal families of Queen Elizabeth and the Rothschild banks. Okay? I'm going to strip everything off them. The banks won't have this anymore, the mortgage, because we'll have it. I'll be taking it back because I've got the right to. You have no admiralty jurisdiction here in New Zealand anymore. With the Queen gone, John Key in Wellington, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, and the Governor-General for Queen Elizabeth has no jurisdiction. I let the police here know, the CIB, Criminal Investigation Branch of the Auckland Police, and the District Commander Officer, Mike Clement, has no jurisdiction. He's already told me he has no jurisdiction over what I say, even in maritime law and Admiralty law. It's born out of Admiralty law that King William put together right around the world. Absolutely. And so the Governor-General is acting fraud here in Wellington. He'll be removed. Okay? This can happen when they have the elections in September, and you have your referendum over there, Alex Salmond. You're listening to this video. We're supporting you in independent Scotland, just like us. This flag, Alex Salmond, is an independent, sovereign nation state of this country and of Westminster. Okay, you put this flag up, Alex, and away you go and print the pound note with this. But you'll have to have my signature on it for King William before that's going to happen. It'll have the seal of King William on the pound note, the British pound note in the sterling, in the Bank of England. We're going to seize the Bank of England, David Cameron, without your authority. We've got authority over you. If this was your ancestor, like you're saying, you're not doing anything about it and telling the public, so you have no say, because this is a contract. It's a contract between me and King William and Queen Victoria, 1844 trust, and the money that the Queen has taken out of Westminster. She's exited Westminster with the money and taken off. We'll find that money. We will print the money against the pound note with the Moai stamp on it, seal of God's grace, authority. That's what it is. His face is our memorial. That's our memorial title to the land. That's why he's buried deep in the ground, to mark the earth on East Island and claim the earth planet. Okay? That's lined up at midday, 6 AM on the East Cape, on our land blocks, where I want the military, British military, to come there right now. Right, while I'm talking to you, David Cameron. And midday on London, on the dot. Midday, London, 6 AM in the morning at the East Cape, Te Pito, Mokanui. And midday on Rapa Nui, Mokanui, Rapa Nui, at midday on East Island. Okay, there's the 3 points of the title of the Moai statue standing there, here, in Auckland here. The Moai statue is standing here, and over there in East Island. That's the title. Okay, that's the title with this flag. We have a memorial to the land in London. We have a flag, a king. And I'm here speaking for the king. Okay? As if I'm the king of England. Fact. Matt's nominated me for the king. That's alright if they want me, fine. But I'm only there because Matt would love to be a king. He's welcome to it. And HRH Geoffrey Foley, Lord High Constable, Magistrate of Wales. Okay, so he's got a right before me being king. But I'm there because it's a valuable interest, financial investment interest in this flag. It's got to be cleared up. We're going to clear the debts. We're going to settle you out. First, David Cameron, by the time I get there, we'll bill you and then boot you. The same as John Key here. We'll bill him, all the politicians of the government, all the iwi Maoris. You're going to get the bill from King William and then boot you out. Okay? Where you go? Because you've got nothing to stand up against this flag. Okay? The most powerful flag in the world. So, David Cameron, you and John King, and the Queen, and the Pope, Ratzinger, Pope Benedict Ratzinger, Pope Francis Bergoglio, Black Pope Adolfo Nicholas Patron, you get the bill. Because if you're using King William, if anybody's using this flag, including you, David Cameron, you're in trouble with me, because that's our contract. You're third party. You have no right without our consent. Right? We choose who we deal with, not you. Okay, so someone's been mischief with it. We'll seize all the money off the Rothschild banks. We will take the Admiralty Court-Martial Law Act off the Commonwealth countries. Right? That's what we're going to do, Matt and the leftovers of Westminster. So, you'll get this notice from me, and I'm expecting Alex Salmond, the Scottish government, to take over and print his pound note the way he wants, without authority from that flag. Okay? And, Matt, I want you to take the letter to David Cameron, David Cameron. He's got the authority from me to present it to you and put you on notice, right? They put you on notice, straight to the High Court of Admiralty, King's Bench. Not the Queen's Bench, King's Bench is higher again, right? Inside the Rolls building in Fetter Lane, London. We're going straight in there, okay, to occupy our space in there as the King's Bench. Right? We have the ruling authority and the administrative power to do what we do best with King William's Acts of Parliament, 1830 to 1837. All his Acts of Parliament will be reinstated exactly inside our dual government with Moai Powerhouse Group Limited in London, and the government there, dual government, with this trust of Queen Victoria and my Maui Hapu native indigenous people here in New Zealand, and 1/8 of the British on this point here, 8-point star. Okay, we're looking at the 8-point star. One of those points is Queen Victoria. That's what it means. One of these points is Queen Victoria, and 7/8 is the whole Pacific Islands. All the tribes in the Pacific Islands is the other 7/8. We have a 7/8 majority over the trust that the Queen has gone and run off with. So, what we're going to do here, David, I'm telling Matt, he's got the authority to print the pound note against your debtor levies. Levy debtors for all that money missing. 750,000 tonnes, 17 trillion of land, 66 million acres of land the Queen says she owns. Her castles, we're going to seize all the castles. Buckingham Palace, we're going to seize the Buckingham Palace. After we build you first, then sack you. We'll do the same with the government here. Build them first, then sack them. Okay? We'll be running this place with the British military and lords there to come here. And the British military, we're going to put straight onto the land blocks at East Cape, ready to here. Okay? We've got Tamati Reid there, and here's Hapu, acting under our orders with their flag. Okay? Tamati, if you're listening, at Rangitukia, we've got a job to do, and we get the funding from here, straight there. Straight there. We're going to clean up around the coast, who's on the land. Those guys at Loddon Point, off the land, right? That's what I'm saying. I told you before. Who's on the land at the East Cape, the Marangaro C-type block, we need that block. A Haha on the end of there, Te Pito, that's my ancestors' block, back to East Island. Right, you don't have the history there for that. right? We're going under this, right? This is what says the law, right? This is the law, okay? And the British come here because John Key and you, David Cameron, John Key and his government just bought some planes, some American military planes, trainers for his government, okay? That's a threat. That's a threat to us, the landlords, the landowners of this land. He has no authority over us. That's what we're bringing you, the British, straight in, over the top of them, okay, and clean them out. Clean them out, seize all that, seize all that he's got, seize everything, then boot him, okay? You're going to seize his property. This is John Key I'm talking about. Seize your property, John Key, in Hawaii. Those Hawaiian chiefs, we're going to talk to them because they've got a right to one of these points on their star, of this flag, King William, okay? They don't know that, but I'm telling them, all the countries in the Pacific Islands, Samoa, Tonga, Rarotonga, they don't know, they're ignorant with you. They can choose to stay where they are. I'm going to warn you one more time, you people watching this video, you either stay there with the crooks, and you, the crook, David Cameron, I'm accusing you now. I've got your name going in a box. Okay? You'll be in the box with the doc box, the same as John Key's in the doc box. They think it's a joke. No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. It's their flag. They have no jurisdiction. They got a paddle as their admiralty. A paddle with no basis of whose name is on it. No name from Britain. They cut themselves off from Britain. And how you think they're surviving on a whim of sovereignty from what? Now, David Cameron, you must tell Matt and me, who are you swearing your oath of office to? If it's to the Queen, you're out of there. And you're on her side. So, you can't say you're not swearing to her when she's not there anymore and taken off with the money. You know the fraud you're in, Mr. David Cameron. That's what you like to be called, Mr. Cameron. Mr. Cameron, where is the money? What have you done with it? That's one question. Okay? This is a statement now I'm making in public, in front of the whole world. This video. Okay? I'm making a statement here. Where is our trust money and gold, Mr. Cameron? Who has got it and where is it gone? To the New World Order? Or the European Union Parliament? Or to Nazi Germany? Or to Rothschild banks? One of those, you better tell us, because you'll get hung on the gallows. This is my way talking. This is my way talking, and King William telling me this. Okay? I'm speaking for the King to his Acts of Parliament. Our Acts. We have the right to self-govern under this flag. Is a declaration of war flag. It's a war flag. It's a Declaration of Independence flag. It's a sovereignty flag, right, from Britain. And it is a commercial lien mortgage trading bank of England contract, private contract, business partnership flag of Admiralty jurisdiction between British government, not the Crown, British government and us, the native indigenous people of Tahiti and Napoli at Te Tii Marae. Whether they like it or not, they don't know all this complicated history of events and how the flag works. Okay, they fly the flag around, but they don't know what they're flying. More than just a piece of rag. Mr. Cameron, this is the most powerful flag in the world and you knew it. but you won't open your big mouth and tell everybody because you think they don't know. And only you know, and the banks use this. You see, your game's busted. All your fractional banking and all this mortgage fraud and Ponzi scheme and fiat money, thin air money in the US, right? And don't think you're going to print money out of the gold. No, that gold belongs to us in our trust. It belongs to us in a trust because the Queen is our head trustee. Prince Andrew is the trustee. He's in trouble. And the King and Queen of Spain is our other trustees. You can't change them. Only us can change them or sack them. We're going to sack them after we give the bill in Westminster. We already made a bill out for it. The OPPT foreclosed on the World Bank, and then we foreclosed on both of them. Now we're foreclosed on Rothschild Banks, the Vatican City corporate company, the City of London corporate company, Queen Elizabeth II corporate company, Buckingham Palace corporate company, Her Majesty the Queen and Right of New Zealand, Her Majesty the Queen and Right of Australia, Her Majesty the Queen and Right of Canada, and Her Majesty the Queen and Right of America and Britain. Okay, we've foreclosed on the Queen's companies and her name, her private companies and her name Elizabeth Windsor as a person. Okay, everything, and only a monarch like myself, equal to a king, can arrest her. We're going to arrest her with the flag. Right? One of those acts will arrest her for treason. That's just one. Genocide. Right? And murder. Okay? And child trafficking. A few more. But I'm saying this. Obama will lose all his rights in the Admiralty. And John Key here. They won't be able to move anywhere without the British Navy and Sir George Zimbalist back with us. And you, Matt and Alex Salmond and his Scottish that we have on our bow projects. Okay, so that's what I'm saying to you, David Cameron. I'll be sending this letter and the video to you by email. You're a very hard man to find an email for, whereas every other one you can get an email to him and no trouble. You'll be getting an email tomorrow too, okay, from me, and the notice from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, okay? It's all over. Tuesday, 4 o'clock, that's it. You only got Monday and Tuesday to respond. I'm not going to give you more time because I already sent you a letter. And you can't ignore me. Like I said, David Cameron, I'm equal to the King of England. In fact, in the same line. But we have our indigenous Arikis. And Maui is high above the King again. As God's face and God's law, L-O-R-E. Okay? Higher than the King's law. Okay? So those two go together. I'm there for Maui as God's law. Right? Truth. My word, David Cameron, against yours. If you don't speak up and write back to me, you lose. Okay? You lose. Because everybody knows. All this is exposed on Facebook. Around the world, everybody's looking. Your name's going in the box tomorrow, in the doc box, ready for trial on Tuesday. After it expires. The time expires, the time is at an end, and the law prevails after that. You are subjected to the King and me, the Maui King, of God's King. Alright? King, God. Okay? So, with that, I just warn you, and all your affiliates with Queen Elizabeth, that you are now on notice on this video with the Queen. She'll get a letter from me too. It'll go there to 10 Downing Street because She avoids me all the time. She's never answered a letter, not once. She's answered to Jason Coyer down on my land blocks at the East Cape. She's answered to him through somebody else, right? She won't talk to us directly. Well, that's no use to us anymore. She's separated herself from us. She's divorced herself from us and left the government here on the rocks without a paddle, without a boat with a paddle. Right? They're stuck with a paddle with no boat. No queen, no nothing. And they're trying to govern without her sovereignty, because that's all they go on. They go on her sovereignty. The iwi, the Maoris, the Maori word is belongs to the Crown, is in Wellington here. They on the New South Wales government is over there. The King William government is over here, right? With you, Matt, in England. You're there. You got a flag now from us, and you exercise that right. You exercise that right because they know that flag takes precedent over the British flag. Okay, because it's got the King George cross, but the main thing, it's got the black seal here. You'll see the black seal of King William. That's the protectorate of the military. Okay, the black cross around the red is to keep the Satan out with the military. So Nicholas Houghton, Chief of Defence, the Army, is responsible to look after us in our business. That's a business. He's got to look after us. And Sir George Zimbalist of the Navy, Rear Admiral, he has to look after us. Okay? They have to look after us. And Mike, he's the security, defence minister. He has to look after us, right? He has to look after us. But this black seal of King William, that's law. That's law. It's institute law, fixed. This flag, fixed. Institute law, extant forevermore in Westminster Parliament. So everything we're doing here in this country and the Pacific Islands we represent is fixed inside Westminster. The Queen's gone out of it. She cannot take our business somewhere else because that's theft, treason, and the British will go after it. The British military, with this seal of King William, will recover it. So what we're going to do in advance, Mr. David Cameron, is that we're going to print the pound note against you, your body, right, your flesh and blood, your property, right, everything that you own, you'll lose the lot, just like that, just under this King's Act, you'll lose in these mortgage. That's why King William put these mortgages together to use land as collateral to borrow money from the bank. So what we're doing is we're setting up the bank ourselves, and the Bank of England will seize. We will seize the Bank of England, all its assets, what's left of it, after they've cleaned it out, and we'll print the money off from the printing machine over there. We'll seize too. We'll seize the land, all the land in England and Britain. All the land will seize back into Westminster, okay, into the control of our partnership, dual government partnership. And you will no longer be in there, Mr. David Cameron, because you're going to get locked up. And more than likely, under this act, according to us, hung with the Queen outside the dock, right? Just like the old days. That's what you get. Queens have been hung before, and it won't be any different from now, because she's done a worse job and compromised the whole of the British people and the people of the world. Okay? That's what I want to say now. And Matt, thank you very much for your little video of your family. I appreciate that very much here. Jamie and I've been talking to her tonight. And we are getting ready to come over. We're going to clean this 61 Cook Street up. I'll I'll call the CIB, Gary Davey, and tell him the British military is coming here. He'll listen to this video, and Philip Taylor, he's the CIB in Otahu, South Auckland. He's passed the file, or the file's gone from him to Gary Davey. Okay, so they'll be talking to each other with Graham Aylett, the private investigator, the ex-UK detective that worked for us under contracts, and any other private investigator detective direct to Westminster. The power straight from there, straight here, to govern, okay? To govern New Zealand and Pacific Islands. Okay, we're going to govern straight from there and take over the military operations here to protect our business with that flag. That's what it is. It's a protectorate business between us and the British government. Okay, cut the crown out, because we've got our crown. The Moa's got a crown on his head. That's the real crown, Mr. David, Mr. Cameron. I must say, you knew what you were doing with King William. If you told anybody, you haven't. You haven't disclosed that. So I'm taking it as fraud, impersonation of King William, because you're a third party. And anybody else that steps in the road, Matt, you're watching this video, anyone interferes with you to try to stop you from doing what you're doing under this flag that you've got in your hand now, I want you to tell David Cameron to put it up in Parliament, to raise it. If he does not raise it, thereafter, after 4 PM on Tuesday, wherever you go with that flag, Matt, it's raised above the jurisdiction of the British flag and the military flags. All those Navy flags are not contract flags. That's a international commercial lien mortgage contract, private mortgage flag of partnership between me and you and the government of whoever's going to be left in there after they build it out. And I've got every faith in Alex Salmond to take over. The Scottish get the bagpipes ready for Jamie and I when we come to there. That's why we keep playing it on our website, mypowerhouse.com. Right? That's why it's there. To play it when we get there, so we know we're talking about the same thing. About who we are and who they are. To take control. Back in proper administrative law. Then the racket that's going on here now. Now all of that's going to stop. All of that war will stop, because that's a war flag. That's a war flag. A declaration of war and a state of emergency flag. That's the only state of emergency flag in the world. You can forget about any other flag, because it doesn't have proper jurisdiction to do anything, to sail from one country to the other. The flag that the Americans got is not a Admiralty flag. It is a token, and it is an impersonation of the real flag here. Those are not Admiralty flags. Okay? Commander-in-Chief is not real. This is going to rescind them and to put them out. David Cameron. So you and your lords, you got only Tuesday to respond to me. You got me and Moai to speak to, because Moai is still there in London. Okay, he's still there. In 1868 on the Topaz, H M Topaz, Navy ship picked them up. Right, Queen Victoria did that. Picked them up in 1868. That's when the American, US, turned sovereign, took the sovereign off the people and made their country the sovereign back to England. there, 1868, Queen Victoria, Mr. Cameron. That's our title. That's our title. That date, 1868, belongs to us. God's title. God's title, God's grace. While they put their hand on the Bible, you can forget all about that lot. You can forget about the religion in the churches. Forget about it. Because it doesn't come near contracts. All that money the churches made, we'll seize all the churches. The state, the church and state, will seize it all. Because they've compromised us. They've compromised the king. They've compromised the king. The Church of England and the Catholic Church has compromised King William. You're talking to me, King William, okay? I'm here for him now, and you have to answer to me, because I'm going to Westminster to clean it up with them, alright? That's all I want to say. And John Key over here, you're going to be on notice at the same time. You'll get a notice. And Jerry Matparai Andrews, the Governor General, you'll get a notice. Sean Elias, you'll get a notice. Chris Willison, you're already in the trouble here with this 61 Cook Street, right? With Andrew, with Robert Andrell, the Surveyor General. You're in trouble, Robert Muir, the Land Register General. Don Grant, you're in trouble with this 61 Cook Street, because you're the one that come from Australia, the crooked Australians. I'm saying David Cameron is one of you, one of your lot, right? These pirates from Australia. I don't mind the other palms, but not those ones. They're sitting on my land blocks at East Cape, at Lauren Point. Graham Smith, that one, and Brian Wood, that one, and Clausen, Bruno Clausen, that one, right? Sitting on my land blocks. Off you go with this British military, right? Military force. They're coming there to Rangitukia. They come around there, take you off, because you're only occupying the land and paying the Queen for occupying the land. That's the law. I know the law. My family's the law. Rogans and Cosgroves, right? Married the Manacos over here, and the Wanoa's down there. That's it. The rest of you can forget about it, because contract. If you know contract law, international contract law, Hickson's, the contract lawyers here in Auckland and in Australia, and Utai Choi, lawyer, notary public, for us, for Maui. Now, you're going to get past them, you can't get past us, but they're acting for us in this contract. Okay, so don't play around with us, because you'll get the bill. Mr. Smith will seize everything off you, and the bulldozer will come and flatten the place out, because we need all that land and flatten it out and put all new development straight from Dubai. Got the engineer from Dubai here now waiting to go and put all that up. What you see out there, don't tell me it's rubbish, Mr. Graham Smith. You're an offensive person. You're an offensive bugger, because we'll just come there with the bulldozer and push it all over. And anything in the road at Eastgate, C12 block, Marangara C, what's the C12 block? Boom, over. Don't flatten it, because we're going to put lots of things in there. And you're with John Key in Wellington. No say. You've got no say, David Cameron. I'm telling you in this long video, so that your people will hear what I have to say about you. Not very impressed with you. Spouting in front of everybody, while your whole cabal is falling apart at the seams, alright? And Pope Francis saying 2 years, he'll live only for 2 years. Yeah, well, might be less than that. You see, you're all getting caught. And Rothschilds, who says he owns Israel, that'll be taken off them. Okay? It'll be taken off them, because they won't have any power anymore to go around shooting anybody up. They're using this flag. They're abusing King William. Yeah? They're abusing King William and us, his partner. Okay? That's all I want to say. And you, Queen, where's our money? Where's that money in the gold? Gone. You know how trust works. You are just a trustee. and all that asset that you've got, you're looking after it for us. And you're taking it somewhere to pay for wars. We'll find out, because we're going to audit all of that. We're going to print the money against you, Queen, and all your dirty fraud people in the Vatican, the pedophiles, all the ones that doing all those things, bad things to children, burying them in Canada, in the churchyards. You're going to hang, according to King William. We're just reading all the acts where it says hanging for treason and for genocide and all those things, trafficking kids and killing them, right? And you, Netanyahu, you're going under that, right? George, Alex Salmond, take note that we're very severe on our half of the deal with the dual government, with British government. You're our partner, okay? Don't remember that. Remember that. Bad note, levy debtors, the whole lot of them. Print the money against them and keep printing, because it doesn't matter where the gold is, it'll get found. We'll just pay the British, and our affiliated countries, 250 countries, have a chance to join us to split that money in amongst all those countries. And all the debtors, all the ones who are fraud, we're going to seize everything and write the final note against it right away. After Tuesday, Mr. Cameron, we're going to start the printer going and keep going. Right? We have the right to print the money, not about thin air, but about you and every crook in the world. And the crooks, there are over 300 royal families, all of you. And we have allowed for 1 billion people that are agents of the Crown, and all their families, and all their governments, and all their Crown people working here in Wellington, the whole lot of you, right back to 1830. We're backdating everything right through from King William's 1830. We make the rules now, because you didn't tell us how to use this flag, so we're telling you how we use it, Mr. Cameron. We're telling you how we use it, because we're allowed to do what we like with this flag and the king. I'm acting as a king. Okay, Matt? Can you tell them that with the flag that you have, that I have a legal right in any court, including our own King's Bench Court, King's Royal Revenue, to make the King's orders from the bench warrant to seize everything under the search and seizure warrant that Graham Allett will get from me to recover 61 Cook Street of Simon Roundtree and James Brown and return it to the owners and our king. Okay, the land, they pay rent and interest to the Queen for these countries. All the countries in the Commonwealth pay interest and ground rental to the Queen, and the Queen pays the Rothschild banks for the mortgage using this flag. Okay, we're going to take it all off them, and all that money from the rent around here and everywhere in this country and all the Pacific countries around the world, the Commonwealth, will be paying into this fund between me and you, Matt, and the British government. Okay, you can forget about what anybody says. Just do as you're told. Okay, that's an order from the king. Okay, and you'll like that one. Thank you very much. We'll see you later. Be nice for you to watch this, Mr. Cameron, and don't forget, it's my word against anybody's word. When you see affidavits on Facebook, all those documents with the seals on it, that's what it is, the King's seal. I'm talking from those authority. Moai seal, King's seal, and the dragon. The gold dragon is the gold, right? That's missing. That gold dragon is Parliament. That's the Moai government. Okay, Moai government is the gold dragon. Okay, you got the red dragon, you got the green dragon, you got the black dragon, the grey dragon, and all sorts of dragons, white dragons. This is a gold dragon, Mr. Cameron. It's going to look for all that gold It'll pay everybody from the debtors levy against all the 1 billion people and the other 6 billion people. We're going to find who's on our side. We're going to put a 21-day notice out to everybody in the world to join us, including all the Maoris here, and the Hapu, and all the people who are living in New Zealand and the Pacific Island. You only got one chance to join us or stay as you are in contract. Okay, because we're going to cut the contracts off this flag. We're going to cut the contracts off and have a big meeting in the Victorina here in Auckland, and everybody can come and listen. You're going to have one chance. That's it. That's all you're going to get. After that, it's hanging time. Right? Whoever breaks the law will get harmed. Severe. Very severe. The King's law and my law, God's law, is very severe. I just warn you. That is extreme. Okay? You pay this way. And you pay. Somebody will come and look for you. Right? Somebody will come and look for you because they get paid well to come and look for you. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later. And again, okay?